Hi, I'm Laura Sheets. The revival of Union City's economy rests on the foundation of loyalty, sacrifice, and determination. One of the pillars of this recovery, and currently its largest employer, is a lumber company that refused to die when its mill burned to the ground in 1992. Frank Miller Lumber Company was founded in 1903 by John Miller, so named for his son, Frank. John acquired an existing sawmill whose primary customers were the Union City Carriage Company and local farmers. When John passed away in 1917, Frank took over the business. The 1920s brought steam engine power to the operation, and the mill could produce 2,000 board feet per day. During World War II, the mill prospered. Their lumber was utilized as fingers on minesweepers. Their products also were used for docks and locks at the Brooklyn Naval Yard and the port of Sault Ste. Marie and the St. Lawrence Seaway. Unfortunately, in 1948, Frank Miller passed away suddenly, and his wife May assumed responsibility. His son Robert was only 18, but he pitched in to keep operations moving. Younger sister Martha had wanted to become a nurse, but returned to Union City to aid in the marketing and public relations for the company. Bob Miller is a member of the fourth generation of Frank Miller Lumber. He's now in charge of business development for the growing operation.
We specialize in quarter-sawn hardwood lumber. On a daily basis, we'll consume 28 semi-loads of logs.
Quarter sawn refers to the manner of sawing massive timber. As you can see, each log is cut perpendicular to the grain. This method stabilizes the wood, making it an excellent medium for architectural millwork and high-end furniture, as well as high-end flooring. The medullary rays and grain patterns are pleasing to the eye. American hardwood varieties include cherry, hard maple, poplar, red oak, and walnut, but the primary demand is for white oak. Most of the hardwoods are sourced within a 180-mile radius of the mill, and the growth to harvest ratio is 2-to-1, which is environmentally sound.
In the past 20 years, we've went from 30 employees to 225.
Well, what happened to spur such growth?
We had a major opportunity followed by a major tragedy, and we had to consciously make a decision to make the best of both.
In 1982, representatives from 3 high-end Japanese furniture manufacturers, the Takayama Group, came calling, looking for American white oak quarter-sawn lumber. They selected Frank Miller Lumber Company as their primary supplier. Hida Sanyo Furniture Company now sources 80% of its wood materials from this Union City facility.
Well, after 30 years of mutually doing business with one another, we basically grew our businesses together through this sales partnership. We were very lucky.
Then, on New Year's Day, 1992, tragedy struck. The mill was totally destroyed by a fire. Bob was just returning to the company after graduating from Purdue with a degree in forest products. Should you have thought about moving closer to your suppliers? Did the family think about that?
The family did think about it. We knew that we could have saved a lot of money, but we made a commitment to the community and to the employees.
So how did you rebuild?
We received a low-interest grant from the state. We bought a portable sawmill, and on that sawmill, we ran that mill for 2 shifts, 12 hours per shift, and then within about a year, we rebuilt the mill, and we did this without having to lay off any employees.
What did the tragedy allow you to do?
Well, we built a new mill with a true quarter-sawn configuration. Most of the mill is actually under roof to minimize weather concerns, and because of the additional production throughput, we were able to reach out into more global markets.
Not only did Frank Miller Lumber survive this catastrophic event, but it recovered to become one of the leading businesses in Union City by focusing on the quarter-sawn hardwoods niche market. They added a retail facility in 1995 to serve the needs of regional furniture and cabinet makers, crafters and hobbyists, and started stocking exotic types of wood from Africa and South America in 1996. In 2000, they added a 700,000 board foot kiln facility in Salem, Indiana. And in 2005, they purchased a second resaw. By focusing on growth globally, they became a major player on the quarter-sawn world stage.
For more than 20 years, we've been working to establish our green operation in a sustainable manner. Our company is a zero-waste facility. Bark is removed from the logs and processed into mulch. Sawdust is used as a fuel source for the drying process of the lumber in our kilns. Producing quarter-sawn lumber is sustainable. We take a lot of pride in our work and in being good stewards with our practices.
The idea of the mythic bird, the phoenix, comes to mind when describing Frank Miller Lumber's 20-year trajectory. The company has literally risen from the ashes, and its wingspan stretches over the U.S. and Canada, Europe, Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. With its emphasis on high standards, customer and employee loyalty, it will be interesting to watch its flight over the next 100 years. For Extraordinary Indiana, I'm Laura Sheets.